I want to share my mystical story from childhood. When I was 7 years old, my friends and I decided to make a horror film near my grandmother's house, where there was a forest just across the road. The weather was just right for filming. It was raining. We had already shot half of the film. All that remained was to finish filming the fragments where my brother played an otherworldly spirit. And then I feel someone's gaze. I turn around, and there is a tall man with a huge nose standing there. His face was hidden in the hood. I stood and stared at him. A shiver ran down my spine. When my friends saw me, they also turned around. We were all at a loss, because this man was unknown to us, because we lived in a small village where everyone knew each other. My sister thought it was, let's say, Sam. He was much older than us and was described as similar to this man. We stood for a long time and just looked at him. Then he began to move towards us. We were scared and ran to the house. Having entered, we immediately rushed to the window, but he was not there. A few years later, remembering this incident, I asked each of those present that day if they remembered this story. Everyone remembered differently. Someone remembered that it was Sam after all, and someone that we saw that person in the footage. And so last year my aunt and I sat and talked about everything, and somehow switched to the topic of mysticism. I told her about this story, and she told me about an event that happened long before my birth. There lived in our village a guy exactly the same as I described that man to my aunt. Everyone respected and loved him. And one day his friends invited him for a drink. They got him drunk, and out of envy they dealt with him. The body was hidden not far from the place where we actually filmed our film. Aunt suggests that it is his restless soul wandering.